Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lilibeth Valles. Voters are set to head to the polls during the next few days as we inch closer to the November 5th election. We've been highlighting all of our local races and talking to our local candidates. Today's spotlight race is that of the Midland City Council at-large positions. Joining us in the studio is John Burkholder, who is vying for one of the two at-large positions on the ballot. Mr. Burkholder, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me today.
Let's get started and jump right in. Mr. Burkholder, why are you running for Midland City Council at-large position? I understand that you've ran for it before, and this is your second time.
That's correct. Well, I'm a longtime Midlander, a native West Texan, and I absolutely love my community. I've been involved in different various organizations in the community, and currently serve as a planning and zoning committee member here in the city of Midland. And it was one of my ways to want to give back and learn more about the city. And I just feel like I have particular talents and knowledge that I think would benefit all Midlanders in the city as well.
And tell us more about that. We were speaking about how you grew up in Midland and you saw kind of the changes. What do you expect and what do you hope for the future of Midland? Well,
somebody that's lived here for the majority of my life, you know, I have seen lots of ups and downs. I love this community very much. It is home. My family moved to the Barstow area well over 100 years ago, so we have a very vested interest in this area. I moved here in probably about 1989 and went to junior high here, high school here, and I just have a deep love. You know, they say home is where the heart is, and my heart is in Midland, and it will always be here in Midland. And so when you see things throughout those years, you know what you want for Midland. You know what you want for your kids. You know what you want to see for other people. And I think I have a vision that will put Midland in the right direction and see it grow for a long time to come. And one day when we hand these keys over to our future generations, it'll be left in fantastic shape and something that future generations can be proud of.
Thank you very much. And for our viewers out there who want to learn about your qualifications, what experience do you have that you believe would suit well if you were to be elected?
I've got 24 years of business experience and leading people. I actually worked for a Fortune 500 company at one point in time, and one of my jobs with that company was to identify issues and problems in multi-million-dollar locations and fix them. And we broke things down from the way it was running operationally to profit and loss management to personnel to training, and it was our job ultimately to correct those issues and problems. After I left that particular world, I entered into the oil and gas industry, and I was fortunate to go to work for a company that they put me in charge of developing their sales team and finding ways to continue to make them relevant. I took a lot of those business practices that I had learned over the years, implemented them into a new world, and we saw amazing success. That business now has 3 locations, which we're very proud of. In around 2016, 2017, we started seeing quite a bit of oil and gas activity on our family land holding in Barstow. We didn't really have a lot of experience in managing those things at the time with my grandfather running things, and he was a cowboy, true and true, a rancher. And so as things got more involved and more hectic, I stepped in and started helping out with those and eventually took over as the president of Burkholder Holdings to manage our contracts, negotiate contracts, manage all the activities that were going on out there. And during that time, we also formed a water sourcing company called Ranch Water Resources with our local neighbor. And so now we cover a pretty large area in Ward County as one of the largest water sourcing companies in the area.
It sounds like you're coming in with a lot of experience, and you're talking about your traits as well. But what traits do you believe an at-large city council member must have?
Well, one, they have to have the traits of fiscal responsibility and being able to identify those types of things. I think that also a good conservative moral basis. I have good West Texas Christian values that I believe that are very important when you have somebody that's leading and guiding a city, and somebody who cares and is empathetic, and somebody who's been there and done that. I never had the opportunity I never was raised in an environment to where we had everything. I was raised in an environment to where we had to struggle. We didn't always have everything that we needed, and I understand what it's like to have to work your way up from the bottom. I understand what it's like to struggle. I've been there and I've done that, and I think that's extremely important trait to have when you're making decisions for everybody in the city of Midland, because you need to be able to understand everybody's viewpoints and how the decisions that you're making affect everybody in the city.
And you're talking about how it's affecting everybody in the city. I think a lot of people want to know, what are some of the key topics affecting Midlanders that you would like to focus on if elected to fulfill the at-large city council seat?
Absolutely. Well, one of the jobs as a city councilman is to uphold your fiduciary responsibility to the taxpayers of Midland. And that is one of my top priorities, is making sure that there's clear and transparent use of taxpayer dollars. And we have the right processes and procedures in place to make sure that those tax dollars are being spent wisely, that benefit the community as they should. Second of all, roads and infrastructure, water infrastructure, those are always really big things. You know, we talk about Midland growing, and what will hinder growth very quickly is not having proper infrastructure in place, not having proper water infrastructure in place. There's a lot of new programs that are coming out, especially in the state, when it comes to the water side of things that we can implement, where we can see some improvements in municipality water lines, things of that sort. And again, being in a very arid desert community, water is a huge thing that will either make you or break you in your community. So we need to make sure that we secure those sources and that we have plans in place. And, you know, finally, wanting to make sure that we have a very safe, family-friendly environment. And doing that, I mean, making sure that our first responders and city services are properly funded and taken care of to provide that safe environment for us, and making sure that we have the things here that draw families here and make them want to get out, have a good time with our local parks, make sure that those are in fantastic shape for everybody to go out there and enjoy.
Moving on to our next question, what do you believe is the biggest issue in the city of Midland, and how would you tackle it?
One of the biggest situations that we find, I think, are managing the growth that we have here and creating a pro-business environment without creating an atmosphere that is negative for the city of Midland. And what I mean by that is that we may have to make sure that we're planning things out properly, that we're having the proper road infrastructure, the proper planning in place, again, going back to the water infrastructure to make sure that those things are there. But we're also cutting the red tape when it comes to commercial builders and home builders wanting to get here, making the processes very streamlined and easy and in a very inviting atmosphere, so we can bring those businesses in, we can bring those home builders in, and our local home builders too, making sure that they have a place in there too to create this conducive environment for their businesses, so we can get people in here. We can give them low-cost housing, because we've made the processes very simple and easy and made it to where we can expand Midland in a way that benefits all.
We're talking about a lot of growth, and I also want to ask you, what does the current City of Midland government do well that you would like to continue?
One of the things that they have done, we go back to the planning process. Again, I serve as a planning zoning commissioner, so I've got to see a lot of this firsthand, is that there have been a lot of processes that we are starting to streamline and make easier for building, as I had mentioned before. But that's one of the things that I would like to see continue and continue to grow. I've talked to several commercial builders and some home builders, and ultimately want to come together to formulate a plan and find the frustrations that they deal with on a day-to-day basis that makes it difficult for them. And we want to cut through that and find ways to solve those solutions. And I know that the city has been working on that, and I think that we'll continue to see that get better and better over time.
For people who want to learn more about you, even reach out to you as well, where can people learn more about you?
You can go to my website, which is johnformidland.com. You can also go to my Facebook page, which is John for Midland City Council. And you can find my contact information there. Feel free, you can email me, you can call me. I try to make myself available. It's one of the things as a city councilman, I'm a representative of the people, and I want to make sure that I'm available for the people, and I want to hear their concerns, issues, problems. I want to hear the things that we're doing good. So feel free to reach out anytime.
Mr. Burkholder, is there anything I didn't ask you? I want to give you the opportunity to mention anything to our viewers.
You know, when we talked about why you want to do this, I mean, this is something that is truly on my heart. I felt like it was a God-led decision, that I have something to give to the community. And, you know, if God has given you an ability to do something and you don't do it, then shame on you. And so I feel like this is my opportunity to give back to my community. It's my opportunity to help people. I truly love helping people. I love being involved. And I just want to see what's best for Midland at the end of the day. I want to take a very fiscally conservative approach to things, but I also want to make sure that Midland has the things that we need in order for it to be a welcoming, inviting city for anybody that moves here, and make it a place that they're proud to call home at the end of the day.
Definitely. I mean, we love being in Midland, and we love Midlanders in general.
Absolutely.
Mr. Burkholder, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. And remember, early voting has already begun, and come this election day, we will be bringing you live coverage all day this November 5th. For the latest news, updates, and stories like this around your community, be sure to log on to newswest9.com.